Very good afternoon to all dignitaries and my fellow colleagues. A hearty welcome to all of you to this annual celebration of staff achievements, Sambhrama 2024. Being told that someone is appreciated is the simplest yet uplifting thing one can experience. Being part of St. Aloysius University, it has instilled in us a professionalism that extends from our classrooms to the lives of our students and fellow colleagues. Moreover, the competitive spirit and growth surrounding us have inspired us to strive for excellence, not only as a teaching group, but also in our individual pursuits. Therefore, we are here today to take a moment out to appreciate the service, hard work, and academic achievements of our fellow colleagues who are part of this Aloysian family. Prayer is where the soul finds its voice and the heart finds peace. May I now call upon Ms. Megha D. from the Department of Computer Science to lead us into prayer.
ಕರುಣಾಳು ಬಾ ಬೆಳಕೆ ಮುಸುಕಿದೆ ಈ ಮಬ್ಬಿನಲಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಕರುಣಾಳು ಬಾ ಬೆಳಕೆ ಮುಸುಕಿದೆ ಈ ಮಬ್ಬಿನಲಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ഇരുളു ಕತ್ತಲೆಯಾಗವಿ ಮನೆ ದೂರ ಕನಿಕರಿಸಿ ഇരുಳು ಕತ್ತಲೆಯಾಗವಿ ಮನೆ ದೂರ ಕನಿಕರಿಸಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಕರುಣಾಳು ಬಾ ಬೆಳಕೆ ಮುಸುಕಿದೆ ಈ ಮಬ್ಬಿನಲಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನಡಿಡಿಸು ಬಲು ದೂರ ನೋಟವನು ಕೇಳನೊಡನೆಯೇ ಸಾಕು ನನ್ನದೊಂದು ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಹೇಳಿ ನನ್ನಡಿಡಿಸು ಬಲು ದೂರ ನೋಟವನು ಕೇಳನೊಡನೆಯೇ ಸಾಕು ನನ್ನದೊಂದು ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಮುನ್ನ ಇಂತಿರದಾದೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಬೇಡದೆ ಹೋದೆ ಮುನ್ನ ಇಂತಿರದಾದೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಬೇಡದೆ ಹೋದೆ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು ಕರುಣಾಳು ಬಾ ಬೆಳಕೆ ಮುಸುಕಿದೆ ಈ ಮಬ್ಬಿನಲಿ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ನಡೆಸೆನ್ನನು
We are delighted to have amidst us Reverend Father Melvin Joseph Pinto SJ, Rector of St. Aloysius Institutions, and also the President of today's event. We have Reverend Dr. Pravin Martis SJ, Vice Chancellor, St. Aloysius deemed to be University, Dr. Alvin Desa, Registrar, St. Aloysius College Autonomous, and Dr. Ronald Nazareth, Registrar, St. Aloysius deemed to be University. I now request Dr. Kumara K., the convener, and Ms. Jovita Carol Sones, co-convener of today's program, to escort the dignitaries onto the dais. Let's give a round of applause to all the eminent personalities for their dignified presence. As waves multiply the beauty of ocean, a grand welcome adds beauty to any event. I request Dr. Kumara K., convener of today's program, to welcome the gathering.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start with an insightful quote from Novak Djokovic, the greatest athlete of all time, who once said, "Success is not a destination, but a continuous journey of growth and self-improvement." This sentiment resonates deeply with the purpose of our gathering today as we celebrate the achievements and success of our esteemed staff members. This year's Sambhrama is a special one for numerous reasons. We have 63 research articles, 9 research grants, 7 books, 20 book chapters, 7 staff members completing 25 years service, bagged 7 awards, and many more. In addition, in the history of St. Aloysius, we have achieved 2 big milestone in the same year, that is retaining NAC grade with the best grade points and getting the university status with all your dedication and support. Ladies and gentlemen, it is truly an honor to welcome each and every one of you to this special occasion. Your presence here today adds a great significance to our gathering, and we are deeply grateful for your participation. Reverend Father Melvin Joseph Pinto SJ, Rector, St. Aloysius Institutions, is a very kind-hearted person, and his speech has always touched our heart. I would like to extend a warm welcome to Father on behalf of Organizing Committee Sambhrama 2024. Welcome to you, Father. May I request Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis SJ, Vice Chancellor, to welcome Rector by giving sapling. Thank you, Father. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor doesn't need an introduction. His work speaks volume. In research, he is leading from the front. He is one among the top 3 citation index, research publications, and top in H index at our college. He is guiding 3 PhD students despite of his busy administrative work. I welcome Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis SJ, the first Vice Chancellor of St. Aloysius deemed to be University, on behalf of Organizing Committee of Sambhrama 2024. Welcome to you, Father. Now, may I request Dr. Alvin Desa, Registrar, to welcome Vice Chancellor by giving sapling. It's a great honor to welcome our registrars of the college and university. A warm welcome to you, Dr. Alvin Desa and Dr. Ronald Nazareth, to this program. I welcome Assistant Coordinator, Ms. Jovita Carol Sones. And finally, I welcome the esteemed staff members who are guiding force of our institution. You stood by all challenges and gave always your best for this great institution, time and again. Once again, I welcome each and everyone who are present here. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, sir, and a warm welcome to you as well. Celebrating today, celebrating the talents and academic achievements, I now call upon following staff members in this order to read out the list of awardees. First, we will have the Research Grants and Best Research Paper Awards read by Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty, Director, Research and Development Cell, followed by New Research Guides and PhD Degree Awards read by Ms. Anupriya Shetty, Head of the Department of Mathematics. Then we'll have Research Publication in Physical Science, Biological Science and Computer Science read by Dr. Rachel Natash Mary, Head Department of Chemistry, followed by Research Publications in Commerce and in Humanities read by Dr. Charles V. Furtado, Director of Administrative Block. Then we'll have awards for book chapters and books read by Dr. Dennis Fernandez, Director of Arupe Block, followed by 25 years services and awards and achievements by Dr. Vaishali Rai, HOD, Department of Microbiology, and lastly, KSET, NET, GATE, JEST, Qualification Upgradation, Retired Staff and Staff Exit List read by Dr. Joyce Sabina Lobo, Department of Political Science. I now call upon Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty to begin with the felicitations.
A very good afternoon. It's my privilege and honor to read out the names of the research grants awardees as well as the best research papers in 5 different categories. May I request for the Rector and for the Vice Chancellor to give you the prizes. First, a project of rupees 2.21 crores was awarded by DST DBT under DST Builder scheme last academic year. We have 4 principal investigators, Dr. Asha Abraham, Dr. Shashikiran Nivas, Dr. Raghavendra SN, Dr. Lynette Daphne Lasrado. May I request Dr. Asha Abraham, please come over to the stage and receive the prize. The project titled Bioprospecting of Marine Microalgae for Value-Added Products from the Dakshina Kannada and Udupi coastals. May I request Dr. Shashikiran Madam to come over the stage. Friends, please put your hands together. This is the prestigious grant to be awarded to a college with a grant amount of 2.21 crores. Dr. Raghavendra S.N. Dr. Lynette Prasad is absent. Still we remember her contribution. Dr. Ambarish Sriyan is the principal investigator for a grant of 10 lakhs rupees awarded by VGST Government of Karnataka. His research project is assessing the impact of pollution on marine derived fungus on the west coast of India from VGST Karnataka. Dr. Ambarish Sriyan. Dr. Santosh Govesh is the co-investigator for this project. Dr. Santosh Govesh also, please do come. In the absence of Dr. S. Ruban, I should remember his contribution today. He was awarded with 32 lakhs of projects from Medical Instrumentation Devices Alliance Services under DST MAE scheme. Also, he is the project investigator for 2 students' projects of 10,000 rupees each under Student Project Program of Karnataka Government. Also, his paper was awarded with the best paper in the category of IT and Information Sciences. In his absence, we congratulate Dr. S. Ruban. Ms. Sujeta Vijay Kumar. She is the co-investigator of 2 students' projects which is awarded to the students with the rupees of 10,000 rupees each. Dr. G.G. George from the Department of Biotechnology. Two of his students obtained a grant of 10,000 rupees each for 2 projects under Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology. Dr. G.G. George. Now I'll go to the best research paper category. Under Physical Sciences, Dr. Roshan F. D'Souza, Department of Chemistry, published 3 articles. One is in Q1 category with the impact factor of 6.6. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for this great achievement of Dr. Roshan F. D'Souza. One more paper with the impact factor of 4.6. One more part in Applied Polymer Science, which is in Q2 category journal. Congratulations, Dr. Roshan F. D'Souza. Under Biological Science category, Mr. C.J.S. P.C. from the Department of Biotechnology. His paper, Mice Ovarian Microbiome Investigation Diverges Prospective Count of Anti-Cancer Antimicrobial Metabolysis, which was in Q2 category, best paper under Biological Sciences. Under Commerce and Management, Dr. Smita D.K. from the Department of Commerce. Her paper, Intrinsic and Extrinsic Reward, a tool for employee motivation, study with reference to the employees of engineering colleges of Mangalore, which is a ISBN referred journal. Dr. Smita D.K. Under Humanities categories, Reverend Dr. Melvin Pinto, who published 2 articles in Scopus, one book article in Amar Kankani. In his absence, we congratulate him. I thank all the reviewers of the papers for their contribution. Now I request Ms. Anupriya Shetty to continue the list.
It's time to felicitate the faculty members who have been appointed as research guides under Mangalore University in this academic year. We have 3 new guides this year. Dr. Neelakantan V.K. from the Department of Physics. He has also published a book chapter to the book Decadal Odyssey in Physics, a chronicle of the PPK Endowment Lecture Series, published by St. Aloysius Prakashana. We have next Dr. Dhananjaya K. from the Department of Business Administration. Yeah. And next we have Dr. Divya Shetty from the Department of Chemistry. We shall now call upon the faculty members who have obtained their PhD degree this academic year. Dr. Hari Prasad Shetty from the Department of Zoology for his thesis titled Cytokine Modulation of Brain Function in an Animal Model of Cancer, Analysis at Molecular and Neural Levels from Mangalore University. Dr. Hari Prasad also has been promoted to the rank of Lieutenant Commander, which is the highest rank that an associate NCC officer can achieve during their service in the Naval NCC. He has also published an article in the Research Journal of Biotechnology. Next, we have Dr. Bharati from the Department of Commerce for her thesis titled Financial Literacy Among Members of the Self-Help Groups and Economic Empowerment of Women, a study in Dakshina Kannada district from Mangalore University. She has also published an article in the International Journal of Applied Engineering and Technology. Next, we have Dr. Prabhu Kumara P. from the Department of Kannada for his thesis titled Allama Prabhuvina Jnana Mimamse from Tumkur University. Sir has published 2 research articles in the UGC CARE listed journals. Dr. Annette Sonia Mabin from the Department of MBA for her thesis titled Impact of Talent Management Strategies in Employee Engagement from the National Institute of Technology, Karnataka. Audience, kindly applaud. Next is Dr. Srinivas BL from the Department of MSc Software Technology for his thesis Energy Aware Efficient Resource Utilization Approaches for Cloud Data Center from Bharatiyar University. Next comes Dr. Roshan D. Suarez from the Department of MCA for his thesis titled Image Restoration of Printed English Text Document and Character Recognition Using Machine Learning Technique from Bharatiyar University. Dr. Anisha Jean Matthias from the Department of Mathematics for the thesis titled A Study on Domination in Signed Graphs from Christ University. Dr. Mahbub Ali A. Nadav from the Department of Hindi for his thesis titled Hindi Kannada और Kannada Hindi शब्दकोशों का तुलनात्मक अध्ययन from Mangalore University. Dr. Paul D'Souza from the Department of Commerce for his thesis Socio-Economic Psychographic Study of Auto Rickshaw Drivers in DK District from Mangalore University. Sir has also authored a book titled Advanced Financial Management for 6th semester BCom students, published by United Agencies. We have next Dr. Alvin Stephen Miskith from the Department of Economics for his thesis, Women Workers in Informal Sector, a case study of Dakshina Kannada district from Mangalore University. He has also received DG NCC Commendation Card DG NCC India Award for outstanding service in NCC. Next, we have Dr. Justin P. James from the Department of MBA for his thesis titled Psychological Contract, Antecedents and Impact on Psychological Capital and Organizational Cynicism, an Intrapreneurship Mediated Approach from the Tata Institute of Social Sciences. Lastly, we have Dr. Sumita PV from the Department of MBA with her thesis titled A Study on the Role of Self-Help Groups in Women Empowerment and Wealth Creation in Dakshina Kannada and Udupi District from Kuvempu University. She has also published an article in the Journal of Namibian Studies, which is a Scopus Index journal. Over to Dr. Rachel Natasha Miri.
Research publications under physical science category. Dr. E. Deepak De Silva from the Department of Physics. Research article published in the Journal of Current Applied Physics. Impact factor 2.856. He also has a book chapter published by St. Aloysius Prakashna. We have Dr. Rita Krasta from the Department of Physics, who has a research article published in the Journal of Radiation Protection Dosimetry. She also has a book chapter published by St. Aloysius Prakashna. Dr. Kumara K., Department of Physics, has a research article published. He also has 2 book chapters published, and he will be leaving the institution for better prospects. We wish him all the best for his future endeavors. Dr. Jyoti Rao, Department of Chemistry, has a research article published in the Journal of Rasayan Journal of Chemistry. Dr. Ronald Nazareth from the Department of Chemistry has 2 research articles published in Materials Today and Journal of Inorganic Chemistry Communications. Reverend Dr. Praveen Martis SJ from the Department of Chemistry has a research article published in the Journal of Environment Processes. Ms. Apurva Shetty from the Department of Mathematics has a research article published in Alshodhana. She is also leaving the institution for better opportunities. We wish her all the best for future endeavors. Dr. Jocelyn Neeta D'Souza from the Department of Chemistry has a research article published in the Journal of Arabian Journal for Science and Engineering. She too is leaving the institution for better prospects. We wish her all the best. Research publications under biological science category. We have Ms. Jovita Sones from the Department of Food Science, who has a research article published in Journal of Agricultural Technology. Dr. Vaishali Rai M. from the Department of Microbiology has a research article published in Proceedings of National Conference. Moving on to Department of Computer Science, Ms. Archana Yashodhara from the Department of Computer Science has a research article published in IEEE Explore. Mr. Royal Praveen D'Souza has 2 research articles published. Dr. Hemalata N. has 2 research articles published, one in IEEE Explore and also a book chapter published in Springer. Dr. Stephen D'Souza from the MBA department has 2 research articles published, one in International Journal of Research and Reviews and the other one in International Journal for Research in Applied Science and Engineering Technology. Mr. Santosh Notegar has a research article published in International Journal of Engineering, Technology and Management Sciences. He has also received the grant of $1,000 under Wikipedia Movement Charter Ambassador Program Research Fund from Wikimedia Foundation, and he has also obtained a degree in Mass Communication and Journalism from Bharatiya University, Coimbatore. I now request Dr. Charles Furtado to take over.
Research publications from the Department of Commerce. Ms. Sarita Krasta has 2 research articles in the Shodh Sari International Multidisciplinary Journal, International Council for Education, Research and Training ICRT, and the International Journal of Applied Engineering and Technology Scopus. Dr. Carolina Jennifer, Department of Commerce, has an article in the International Journal of Applied Engineering and Technology, Scopus. Ms. Suchitra, Department of Commerce, has a research article in the IOSR Journal of Business and Management. Mr. Arjun Prakash, Department of Commerce, has published an article in the International Journal of Adolescents and Youth. Mr. Akshit Kumar, Department of Commerce, has published in the International Journal of Applied Engineering and Technology, Scopus. Ms. Carol Cheryl Pereira, Department of Economics, Deputed to Commerce, has 3 research articles, one in the SJCC Management Research Review, second in the Advanced Research in Technology, Management, Social Science, Sustainable Development and Humanities, and the third in the International Conference on India's Financial Markets, Recent Trends. Ms. Cheryl Savita Rodriguez, Department of Commerce, has 2 research articles. The first in the SJCC Management Research Review, and the second in the International Conference on India's Financial Markets, Recent Trends. Dr. Swati Bhatt P., Department of Commerce, has 5 research articles. The first in the Journal of Emerging Technologies and Innovative Research, JETIR. The second in the Mukt Shabd Journal. The third in the International Journal of Scientific Research in Engineering and Management. The fourth in the International Journal of Advances in Engineering and Management. And the fifth in the International Research Journal of Modernization of Engineering, Technology and Science. Ms. Nisha Gopal Pujari, Department of Commerce, has a research article in the Conference Proceedings Journals of Entrepreneurship in India, Issues and Challenges. Dr. Beena Dias, Department of MBA, has a research article in the conference proceedings of journal Entrepreneurship in India, Issues and Challenges, published in September 2023. I now move on to research publications, humanities. Dr. Shakila Hegde, Department of Political Science and Studies in Indian Constitution, has 3 articles. First in the International Journal of Creative Research Thoughts. The second in the International Journal of Creative Research Thoughts again. And the third, she has co-authored a textbook titled India and Indian Constitution for the 3rd and 4th semester undergraduate students as per the NEP syllabus. Dr. Mona Jacqueline Mendonza, Department of History, has published an article in Anveshana, a multidisciplinary peer-reviewed refereed journal published by the AJ Institute of Management, Mangalore. Dr. Lovino Lobo, Department of Social Work, has published a research article in the International Journal of Advanced Medical Sciences and Technology. This was published in August 2023. Ms. Harinakshi, Department of MBA, has published 2 research articles. One in the International Journal of Case Studies in Business, IT and Education in December 2023, and second in the International Journal of Advanced Research in December 2023. Ms. Chandrakala Nayak, Assistant PRO, has published an article in the Amar Konkani Journal in June 2023. Mr. Joachim Pinto, Institute of Konkani, has also published an article in the Amar Konkani Journal published in January 2024. Dr. Roshan Montero, Department of Social Work, has published an article in Collaborating Across Disciplines Through Interdisciplinary Research, published in April 2023. Let us express our solidarity by giving all the writers a big hand. Dr. Gerald De Silva, Department of Social Work, has published an article in Collaborating Across Disciplines Through Interdisciplinary Research, published in April 2023. Ms. Severin Pinto, Department of English, has published an article in the Journal of Emerging Technologies and Innovative Research in April 2024. Mr. Uday, the Chief Librarian, has published 1 research article and 2 book chapters. The first one is in the International Journal of Humanities and Social Science Invention, and the book chapters are Journey Across Borders, Navigating the Tapestry of Migration, and Unleashing Collaborative Excellence in Education, Library and Research. I now request Dr. Dennis Fernandez, Director, Arupe Block, to take over.
Thank you, Charles. Here is a list of people who contributed for the book chapters. I call upon Dr. Ratan Tilak Mohanta, Department of English, who had contributed a chapter in a book, Journey Across Borders, Navigating the Tapestry of Migration. Dr. Jeevan Pinto published a chapter, Bits to Qubits, Classical Computers to Quantum Computers in Decadal Odyssey in Physics, a chronicle of the PPK Endowment Lecture Series. Dr. D. Shubhalakshmi, Department of Mathematics. She had contributed a chapter in Graphs and Combinatorics, published by Prasaranga, Mangalore University. Mr. Naveen Mascarenhas, Department of Computer Science, contributed a chapter in Decadal Odyssey in Physics, a chronicle of the PPK Endowment Lecture Series. Dr. Rakesh Kumar B, Department of MCA, contributed a chapter in Perspective in Human Resource Routledge, India, Taylor and Francis Group. Ms. Annapurna Shetty, Department of MCA, contributed an article in Perspective in Human Resource Routledge, India, Taylor and Francis Group. Ms. T. Vanitha, Department of MSc, Big Data Analytics, contributed an article, Perspectives in Human Resources, Routledge, India, Taylor and Francis Group. Dr. Sana Sheikh, Department of Botany, contributed an article in book Antimicrobials in Food Sciences and Technology. Dr. Jyoti Miranda, Department of Botany, contributed an article in a book, Antimicrobials in Food Science and Technology. Ms. Akshita R. Amin, Department of Botany, contributed an article in book, Antimicrobials in Food Science and Technology. Mr. Abdul Rashid, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, contributed a chapter in New Age Malayalam films, the great he contributed in the book Indian Cinema, Indian Contemporary Films and Social Reflections, published by Adamas University Press. Ms. Sunita Machado, librarian, contributed 3 articles in Debate to Digital, Evolution of Libraries in the Information Age, Lulu Publications, United States. And 4th article is on Cutting Edge Tools, Comparative Study of Artificial Intelligence, Internet of Things and Machine Learning, published in Vistas of Librarianship. Mr. Sanjeeva Yan, library, contributed 2 articles in Debate to Digital, Evolution in Libraries in Information Age, Lulu Publications, United States. Here is a list of people who wrote books. Mr. Deepak KV, Department of Commerce, he wrote a book on advanced financial management for 6th semester BCom students as per NEP syllabus of Mangalore University. Dr. Zina Flavia de Souza, Department of Professional ACCA Industry Integrated and Apprenticeship Batch, authored a textbook titled Cultural Diversity at Workplace, 6th semester BCom as per common NEP syllabus. Dr. P.P. Sajimon, Department of Economics, co-authored a book titled Strategic Management. Professor Edmund Frank, Department of PGDBM, contributed a book, Pride of Canara, True Son of India, Father Jerome D'Souza SJ, St. Aloysius Prakashana. Dr. Sylvia Rego, Department of English, wrote a book, Three Plays of Chafra de Costa, translated from Konkani in January 2024, published by St. Aloysius Prakashana. Yeah, now I request Dr. Vaishali Rayam to continue the list.
We now move to the next category, that is 25 years of services by the staff. Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty T. from the Department of Physics for his 25 years of service. Sir has also edited 2 books, Decadal Odyssey in Physics and Proceedings of the National Conference. He also has a book chapter and a book published by St. Aloysius Prakashana, that is Hulivesha. Dr. Ravindra Swamy from the Department of Computer Science. Mr. Suresh Peter, Office Staff. Ms. Jacinta M. Dikunna, Office Staff. Mr. Ashok R. Mascarenhas. And Mr. Mohan Das, System Administrator, AMIT. We thank all of you for the services rendered to the institute. Next, we move on to the awards and achievements. Ms. Flora Castellino from the Department of Konkani for Konkani Bhushan Award and Kala Niketan Goa Award for serving the Konkani outside the Goa state. Ms. Leelu Kumari Rajak from the Department of Hindi for the Guru Shresht Samman Guru Foundation Rohtak Haryana and Shri Munshi Premchand Samman Patra 2023 from Haryana. Dr. Vishwanath Badikana from the Department of Kannada for his documentary Pursa Kattuna, selected for the international film screening at International Film Festival at Kerala and Jaipur. Mr. Kiran Vati from the Department of Zoology for insect photograph featured on Asian Photography and Imaging. Special mention at the Terracon Photography Contest for Biodiversity and securing first place in the 8th Indian Entomologist Photo Contest organized by the Entomological Society of India. Congratulations to all the awardees. Over to Dr. Joyce Sabina Lobo.
The following faculty members have cleared GATE NET KCET exams. Ms. Hansel Cleta Pinto from Department of Chemistry. She has cleared the GATE exam. Mr. Jim George from the Department of English, he has cleared the NET exam. And Ms. Renita Carolina Menezes from the Department of Computer Science, she has cleared the KCET. Next, we have members who have done qualification upgradation. We have Mr. Naveen Kelvin Dalmeda, who has obtained diploma in postgraduate certificate in the teaching of English from Directorate of Distance Education, Hyderabad. He has also written a book chapter in the edited book, Ecosystems in the Poetics of Experience, and he is leaving for better opportunities. Next, we have Mr. Ayushji Kotari from the Department of BBA. He has obtained MCom degree from IGNOU, and to his credit, he has 2 publications in international journals. We have next the retired staff members, Mr. Alvin Pereira, who has joined the institution on 1st of June 1999. Mr. Alvin Pereira. A big round of applause. We thank Mr. Alvin Pereira for accepting the honors. We thank the dignitaries for doing the honors. We call upon Mr. Stanley W. D'Souza for rendering 25 years of service to this institution. Mr. Stanley D'Souza. A round of applause. Next, we have staff leaving for better opportunities. Ms. Albie Thomas from BWalk Food and Engineering. Ms. Albie Thomas. Second is Mr. Dilshan Loyster D'Souza from BWalk Retail Management. Third, Dr. Deepthi D'Souza from Department of Biotechnology. Dr. Deepthi D'Souza. Mr. Akhil K. from the counseling. Mr. Akhil K. from the Counseling Center. Mr. Royston Dias from PG Food Science. And Ms. Bharati VH from PG Food Science. Over to Ms. Jyoti Bas.
Congratulations to all the honorees, and thank you everyone for part of this felicitation ceremony. A sunny personality with passion for excellence is our Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Pravin Martis S.J. He has always been a source of support and guidance to all of us. As the entire fraternity of St. Aloysius deemed to be university is gathered here today, Father, we await your words of wisdom. Over to you, Father.
Respected Reverend Father Melvin Jose Pinto, Rector of St. Aloysius Institutions, Dr. Alvin Desa, the Registrar of the Autonomous College, Dr. Ronald Nazareth, the Registrar of the University, Dr. Kumara and Ms. Jovita, the conveners, my dear members of the faculty, both teaching and non-teaching. Today is a day of Sambhrama. I think a lot of joy in our hearts and minds. Many ways there is a Sambhrama, as it was already told by Dr. Kumara in the beginning, that we had a wonderful NAC grade, and also top it all, we had the deemed to be university status that is given to us on January 19. And in a short time, we have done quite a lot of work. So I would like to thank and congratulate all the faculty members. I think all of you have really worked hard towards this great venture that is before us. I think what we have seen today, as Rector also was telling every year, number of research articles or books and the doctorates are increasing in the institution, and that is a very positive sign. But that's still not enough. Some of you are getting every year, and we have seen that some of you are getting once in 2 years maybe, but if we can make a habit of getting every year, I think that is the promise that if at all of us make it, the institution will definitely grow in leaps and bounds. I think that is the future that we are envisaging. I think through API, also a lot of improvement that we have seen this year, but we need to really look into it and see how we can grow together. I think that is very, very important for us. Lot of aspiration, lot of dreams before us. I think you are the one. It is not the management or administrators, it's all of us put together. We need to work hard and see that our institution really becomes a quality institution. It is quality institution, but in a Jesuit institution, we say it as a Magis. Magis is the key word for us. Whatever that we do, we are still not happy. We are relentlessly working and restlessly working to better it. So I remember a little incident in the life of Pablo Picasso. Is a great artist. One day there was a art exhibition. He was in the street and doing the art for the people, and one lady saw this and said, I would like one of these sketches that you are doing it. Can you draw something of the nature that I would like to see it and I would take it? And Pablo Picasso did it in just 30 seconds. And then when he was just handing it over to her, he said, $1 million. She couldn't believe it. He said, 30 seconds and $1 million. What are you saying? He said, 30 years of hard work has gone before this to make it in 30 seconds. So much of hard work that has gone in. Always when the people do a lot of, people get this lot of achievements, it looks very nice and simple. But then behind it, you all know, those who have done their doctorate, those who have been writing articles, there's so much of hard work that is involved. I think that is where today's hard work is rewarded. And that hard work is like the great people who are doing it. We also need to work towards it and see that one day we also produce people like Pablo Picasso and others. First of all, as our teachers do it, and also our students also work towards this. Recently, I was extremely happy when our Secretary of UGC, Dr. Manish Joshi, came here and he was interacting with the student body. That was something extraordinary. I never expected our students would answer. What I liked was even the UGC secretary's way of handling this 1.5 hours of session. So first 15 minutes or 20 minutes, he asked them to take the mobile out and ask them to answer the toughest questions using maybe ChatGPT or Gemini or rest of it, whatever that is there available. And children were answering that extremely well. And the second level, I was just observing the way he was doing this methodology. Second part, he started asking them the imaginative questions. I think that is not available in the mobile. What is the universe looks like and what is your plan, what is your desire? And one of the students said, I would like to prepare cars and they should move with the speed of sound. The speed of sound. I think he was never imagining such kind of answers from the students. Recently when I met him again with Ronald Nazareth, there were some 10 people he was explaining. Udhar ek banda tha, wo car speed of sound ke fast mein chalane ke liye rehta tha. He was telling in Hindi, the way he was taken up by the students' answers. So that is the second level and the universe. Then one child said, I want to know when this universe was created. And I'm like reading a lot on Big Bang Theory. I'm reading also Bible. I'm reading Bhagavad Gita. I'm reading Puranas. But 60 years is too little for me to find out where it is and all. Then he said, don't worry. You can do whatever you can do in 60 years. And that's how the imaginative questions went on. And after some time, he asked another important question. Are you all stressed? When you are stressed, what do you do? And the students were answering that we have got counselors here, we have got people around and we meet them. And one child said, we have got Alvana, we go there and to the nature and talk to these trees and also the guinea pigs and all kinds of answers. Except one child, made a mistake. He said, I still go to ChatGPT and keep on working. Then he said, Father, look into this child. The whole methodology that I liked was, first is information. I think we can also practice in our own classes. Information you don't require a teacher to an extent. That is available through Google. Imagination, yes, the creativity that human has to use it. And the third level, when they are stressed, when they are depressed, they require a human being or a nature to go to. That is where I think our teacher's role comes very, very strongly. And we have here mentoring and other various activities in the college. That is very, very helpful. And he was appreciating the whole thing that he took it on. He said, some colleges, some things are there, but not all the things. But in your college, you are guiding the student in such a way that everything is there, where finally they come to a teacher, to a counselor, to a mentor, to a guide, where the students are led to. Similar questions also he asked when the teachers met. All of you didn't get a chance to meet him in that interaction. But then he was asking some wonderful questions and the way the interaction was going on. I think that is what tells about our institution. Congratulations to all of you for leading our students that way. And I would say we can also use this methodology in our classes, whatever that we do. See that we lead the students and lead our own people to a world of discovery. And after that, to go into become a better human being. So ultimately we are there to build a better society. That is the vision of St. Aloysius Institution. And with deemed to be university, we already made 8 schools and we also have desire to continue to make many schools so that we strongly ground it in our own culture here and the local culture through research, through articles and whatever way that we would like to produce it to the global. That is our dream, and in that dream, I'm sure all of us will work together and cooperate and collaborate so that we can truly make it our dream a reality. Thank you. All the best to you. God bless us.
Thank you, Father, for your words of appreciation and encouragement. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. It's indeed a joy to have one such leader heading our Aloysian institutions. I request our rector, Reverend Father Melvin Pinto SJ, to deliver the presidential address.
Good evening to you all. Dear Father Pravin Matis, who is just leaving, not because I am speaking, he has to go on a trip to Bangalore urgently. Dr. Ronald Nazareth, Dr. Alvin Desa, Ms. Jovita, Dr. Kumara, and the other members of the staff here. Um, there are many things that Father Praveen and I think alike. And that's why when we come to the stage, unfortunately, when we sit on the dais, he gets the chance to speak first. So 50% of what I've said, he finished in his talk. So I've got only the rest of the 50%, which I would like to share with you. That's, I was touched by that first song that was sung, Karunalu Babelake, which is one of the songs which is quite close to my heart, of Lead Kindly Light of Cardinal Newman. It's a way of, suddenly it came to my mind, the process of what you all do, the process of reaching these achievements. I know personally some of you who are, facing a lot of struggles of life, difficulties of life in your personal. It's not easy at home. You have to take care of your domestic front as well as your professional work here. And in spite of all that, you find and make time to see that you write articles, you prepare yourselves, you keep yourself up to date, you finish your doctoral studies, and some go beyond your doctoral studies. This kind of marches what Father Praveen was mentioning. Maybe sometimes you feel that you are pressurized. When you feel pressurized, the best comes out of you also. When you know the whole story of how the steam works. But similarly, you feel sometimes stretched a little too much. You feel you're snapping, and yet when you realize, yes, you've produced something, there is a sense of joy, there is a sense of that Sambhrama that we are talking of. And all this happens because you allow yourself to be stretched a little more. I know you have been doing it with a lot of struggle. And so when you say lead kindly light amid the encircling gloom, sometimes when you look at life, you can tend to look at the negative side of it. But when you look at it positively and say, no, I can make a difference, I want to do something, I want to do more of research, I want to add to the knowledge of this world, I want to do something more for my students, you become an inspiration for your students. From the time I've come, I've seen the number of you coming over to this days in order to receive these awards has increased. The number has increased. There is a lot more of positive attitude among you, and that is what I want to congratulate, and therefore congratulations to each one of you who got received these awards. Probably it's not just these awards, as I said, the struggle that goes through. And there's that one, one step enough for me in that hymn, Lead Kindly Light. Mundu hedge. So one step enough for me. There are moments when you reach a point where everything stops. And you say, I can't go ahead with this. And then you are looking for light. And then you get that one step, one step enough for me. And that step leads to the next step, and then it continues again. Never get frightened of these things. I'm sure I don't need to give lessons to you about it because you have done it in your own experience. I only wish you well. I only wish you well, you, your families, who also are accompanying you. Kai hididu nadesennanu, when you say that hymn, hold me by my hand and lead kindly light. It's also God leading you through your family members who have also accepted your mission, who have also accepted your profession as a tough profession which you are doing. And when you do it all for the world, for the better, for the others, you definitely are a great example to our students. May this Sambhrama carry on. May God always bless you. God bless you. Thank you.
Father, for your humble words of understanding and uplifting message to all of us. The best of all is to give thanks for. I call upon Ms. Jovita Carol Sones, co-convener of Sambhrama 2024, to propose a vote of thanks.
Good evening to all, respected dignitaries on the days and off the days. It gives me immense pleasure and honor to extend my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the entire organizing committee of Sambhrama 2024. First and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed rector, Reverend Father Melvin Joseph Pinto, S.J., St. Aloysius Institutions. His visionary leadership and unwavering dedication have shaped our institution's ethos, fostering excellence, compassion, and innovation. We deeply appreciate his guidance and influence, inspiring us toward greater heights. We are truly blessed to have such an exemplary leader. Thank you, Father. I would like to express our deepest appreciation to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Pravin Martis, S.J., for gracing this occasion and for his steadfast support and guidance throughout our academic journey. His dedication to our institution and commitment to our growth have been truly inspiring. Thank you, Father. And I thank our finance officer, Reverend Father Vincent Pinto, S.J., for, in his absence, for his support. A special word of thanks goes to Dr. Kumara K., the coordinator of Sambhrama 2024, for his warm welcome and orchestrating today's event seamlessly. Thank you, sir. I would like to express our gratitude to Ms. Megha D. from the Department of Computer Science for initiating our gathering with a beautiful prayer and setting a tone of reverence and reflection. And to Ms. Jyoti Was from the Department of PG Chemistry for beautifully comparing today's event. Thank you, madams. I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to Dr. Chandrasekhara Shetty, Dr. Anupriya, Dr. Rachel Natasha Mary, Dr. Charles Furtado, Dr. Dennis Fernandez, Dr. Vaishali Rai, Dr. Joy Sabina Lobo for taking charge of the felicitation segment, to the hard work and dedication of our staff members across various domains. Our sincere appreciation to Registrar Dr. Alvin Desa and Dr. Ronald Nazareth, all the directors, deans, HODs, and all the faculty members who grace us with their presence and support. Finally, a big thank you to all the teaching and non-teaching staff who work to ensure the success of Sambhrama 2024. Thank you once again for your participation and support. Let's carry the spirit of celebration, recognition, and unity forward as we continue our journey of academic excellence and growth. Thank you.